Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Woodology. Today we have some new information about the competitive game mode that you see in the title called Gauntlet, right? So y'all remember when I said in one of my videos that the only way that we can have a competitive, game mode is to probably, build off a squad deathmatch, right? And I said many of the things that I'm going to read on this page right here that Temporal, the professional leaker, right? So yeah, I'm gonna just get started and get right into it. So Gauntlet Squad Elimination Mode in Battlefield 6, right? So how to play, and you'll be able to see it if you go on Reddit, Twitter, whatever that you'll be able to find it at. You'll be able to find it on those pages, or if you get it somewhere else. So going back to it. So how to play is fight together as a squad to complete a series of 4 missions. Squads with the lowest scores in each mission are eliminated. In the final mission, the first squad to reach the point target is the winner. The better your mission results, the more your field specs improve. Gauntlet uses the Battle Royale map as a location. You can probably customize the mode via portal. It will most likely be free to play. And by the way, this is unofficial information, so even if this is, posted how it is right now, it is still considered a leak and it's not really a real thing at the moment because we don't know what any of this is going to be in the main game when it comes out in October 10th. So, how to play, right, is exactly how I imagine that Gauntlet and the how a competitive mode will be. You literally need to have some point of, the finals type. It's kind of like the finals type, right? Just like I said, we're going to have some missions. MCOMs probably are going to move or some type of aspect of this competitive game mode, right? It's common sense because that's basically the only thing you can build off to make it pretty creative and, interesting. You don't need to battle against all squads, until the last ends of means Earth. You just have to, get the missions, get the points, and then that squad is eliminated. Like how the finals build off of it. Their competitive mode. Is it necessarily top end? Um, to me, not really, because they could have Battlefield could have been made something like this. They just don't pay attention to what they're doing at the moment. But it is a good aspect of what they're doing as of right now. So Gauntlet uses the Battle Royale map as its location. I'm assuming that it's probably not going to use the full map. It's probably going to use, a big portion of the map because, this Battle Royale map, as we all seen, is pretty big. It is very big and it should be, toned down a bit as, the map sizement of Gauntlet. And you just need to reach the target points, just like the cash and the finals, and just build off of that and just have the best squad you can possibly be. Squads of 4, and stuff like that. So we had the mission types, and this is where it gets pretty interesting because I'm a hardline advocate, and it's not necessarily the first Battlefield that I played, but it is the first one that was considered pretty unique and fun for the whole franchise. But it didn't really get no love, right? So, Gauntlet missions are selected in a random order and placed in randomized locations. So first we have Heist, and I'm going from the right to the left because I really want to talk about Heist. So Heist, capture initial caches from the hostile HQ. Carriers are always marked for the enemy. So for those of you who play Hardline, the thing with Heist is that you have to grab a bag, cops and robbers, you have to kill somebody and grab their bag if they have the bag collected, and then take the bag to the respective helicopter that has a rope. And then you have to sit there on that objective for about, 30 seconds to a minute. and if and it's just a whole war zone in a little tight space because the people have to like actually be on that objective just to capture it, right? It's kind of like King of the Hill or something. And I don't know if they'll change something about that, but that's going to be pretty unique in how, the gauntlet mode plays because that's going to be a very wild thing, especially if they have, the vehicles that they have in Battlefield 4, that's in Battlefield 6 and, Battlefield 3 and stuff, right? Like that, because Hardline, it was just armored vehicles with machine guns on it. Now we have helicopters and tanks and, MAVs and everything. So that's going to be interesting. We have extraction. I know you know about extraction. Retrieve data drives and deliver them to the drones. Check drones for traps to avoid an ambush. So check drones for traps to avoid an ambush. So I'm assuming that there will be some type of drones that drop some, stupid ass grenades and then you blow up by it. Deadlock, secure and hold zones with your squad split up to capture more zones for extra points. So deadlock is sounds like hardpoint or something like that from Call of Duty. Decryption, secure and decrypt any beacons you find. Sprinting pauses the decryption process. So that that's very toxic. So you have to literally stay in the decryption, zone and you can't sprint. You have to bot walk. So if they have incendiary grenade launchers and the shotguns are OP as it is, salute to them fellows over there. They're gonna have a fun time in a bot circle like that. Decryption is gonna be a very good game mode for those people. So Vendetta. Take out marked enemies and hostile squads. Survive as a high value target to earn points. So Vendetta is going to be, it's going to be a special thing. The person who has the highest score or whatnot in their respective, squad is going to be marked as a high value target. And squads are going to try to, gang up on that high value target in that specific squad and try to take them out. So yeah, it's going to be like presidential. You're going to have to protect the president, which is the high value target. And if you don't, well, say goodbye to your squad because you're going to get eliminated and out of the game and going back to the lobby. So, wreckage. Pick up bombs to blow up MCOMs. Fuse starts right after the bomb pickup. So you have to, just like I thought, you have to, get some type of specific MCOMs on the map, and it's just going to spawn, and you're going to have to navigate towards getting that main MCOM that everybody is probably going to run towards. Circuit, claim and hold, nodes like in Chainlink. Controlled nodes automatically spot hostiles. So I didn't really play Chainlink that much, but I can't really speak on what Chainlink is gonna, how this type of Chainlink is gonna be because it's light Chainlink, so they might do something different. That's it's kind of the same like Chainlink, a twin of Chainlink. So I'll let the people who played that think about that. In contract, track and eliminate enemy squads. Squad deploy only. A wipe results in elimination. So contract is going to be the main one, the main thing people is going to get because people like going for people. So if you get that contract, just contract, and you get eliminate this specific squad, then it's over for your squad unless you know that that other squad is coming for you. So it could be a good thing if that squad knows somebody is coming for that squad. But if it's like a manhunt thing and they don't actually know, that squad doesn't actually know they have a big target on their back, and as soon as they all get eliminated, they're eliminated. Then yeah, that can be a devastating thing for the squad. And I think you should be alarmed for that type of, you know, mission. Both parties should be notified for that. And so it's by the way, it is squad deathmatch. So it's going to be, you remember in squad deathmatch as we all played in the beta. It is, the amount of people in there is 16 players, a 4v12. So it's your squad versus 12 other people, three other squads. So you have to navigate towards 16 other players, and those players could be tryhard players. They can be, shotgun users. They can be incendiary grenade launchers. They can be anybody. So you just have to pay attention to what's going on around you and make sure you have a good squad. So, and that's all the mission types. And then we have modifiers. So we have sudden elimination, instantly eliminates you if your squad is wiped, and point multiplier, double points earned in the final minute of the mission. And by the way, we have additional references, which is Hotwire, Swarm, Territory, and Relay. I don't know too much about the last three, but Hotwire is also a, you know, Battlefield Hardline objective, and Hotwire is just, as you've seen in my previous videos, if you looked, it's just being in a car and gaining money and just driving around. And you have to blow up the cars and then take, the cars and then earn money and then you get points gained from it, of course, as well as money. So, my final thoughts about this gauntlet mode is that it seems like it is a lot of missions, but it seems like since it's going to be how it is, if they make the map a little bigger, then it probably might be all right. They make it a good size from the Battle Royale map because it is a big map. So it looks like it's going to be pretty good and a good addition into Battlefield, and it'll be pretty unique. And the stuff that they have that's, coming from BF4, then BF Hardline, and there's probably some BF3 in it, but, I don't really remember too much about me playing BF3. It's been a while. So they have a lot of different things from different battlefields that's going into this competitive scene or competitive mode. And I think it's going to be good if they build on it and then fix it. But yes, there's going to be a lot of things that they have to fix about it because, Battlefield hasn't been in a competitive scene. They haven't had an esports or nothing since like 2010 or something. So they are basically doing something from scratch. So they have to build on a multiplayer, then a battle royale, then a competitive mode, and then, everything, a portal and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be interesting if they are able to make it how it is. And what I want to see is prestigious or something, some type of, ranking system that can be, you know, supplied to, people who are, you know, not necessarily just competitive, but who are able to gain high amount of kills, high amount of objectives, whatever. Just like have something that can make a person feel like they achieved something in this type of video game, because Battlefield is, whether whether you like it or not, is harder than Call of Duty, because you seen what was going on with Call of Duty players when they was playing this game. Just Warzone players. I've seen the battle against Warzone and Call of Duty streamers when it changed Battlefield, but they can't change Battlefield because if they do, then that means DICE, who doesn't really listen to their own community when they're really listening to their community at the moment. And I'll talk about that, more in a different video. But people, you just have to look at, how people play and what they think, and the tense situations and like how it is in Battlefield. Because Call of Duty isn't tense. It's just you see three ways and then you know three ways and then you spot this enemy, your team spot them, and then you just surround them in like a short area. It's not necessarily like, oh, you gotta watch a tank, helicopter, a jet, a bomb, a claymore. You don't gotta look for all of that, in different areas, wide open snipers, glimpses, and everything. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for this video. I hope you like, share, and subscribe. I think the gauntlet mode is pretty good. It's a pretty good addition. You know, just build off on it. And mainly we should have, you know, the core battlefield to build off of. But you know, that is all I'm gonna say. I do stream on YouTube, Twisted the Kick. I'll probably stream, you know, when Battlefield 6 come out. Right now, I just have to get ready for Battlefield 6. I might stream 2042, I don't know. But yeah, you'll just have to, you know, be surprised about it. So yeah, that is all I'm gonna say. And I'm